Hi friends, this is Amanda. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Oakland County, Michigan. I'm an A7 size girl. In an A2 size world, I make 5x7 cards, and today we're going to make a 5x7 card. Really quick, up until October 31st, 2024, all kits are 30% off. You might want to grab that. See if I can get that off, Okay, so today we're going to use the DSP for Snowy Wonder. And we're going to do, this is a little bit involved. I apologize, it's a little bit involved. Okay, so I have a piece of the thick acetate from in the stamp cases, the clear stamp mount cases, has this thick acetate on the stamp side and then a thinner one on the top. So we're going to take a thick piece of acetate. We're going to take a piece of basic white that is 6 3/4 by 9 3/4, a piece of basic white that is 6 3/4 and 4 3/4, a piece of Poppy Parade that is 5 1/2 by 7, and a piece of Poppy Parade that is 5 by 7. All right, let's get some scoring done. You'll understand why I am not using a full card base. I'm doing it in 2 in just a second. So we're going to score this at 5. All right, and we'll put that behind like this. Use a bone folder if I still have it out. I guess we'll have to use the Stampin' Up! One. Oh, nope. Okay, so we'll use this one. There we go. And then this will come here like this, and we'll make a card base, okay? Just like that. All right, so this piece of white, we don't need to score, but this one we need to score at 4 3/4, okay? So this is 4 3/4, and this one is 5. This side's 4 3/4. Remember, we scored it. So we're going to flip it over and score at 2 1/2. And then we will just, all right, so it goes in the middle like that, and then back on itself. All right. Okay, so here we go. We have this one. All right, 4 3/4 and 2 1/2 and 2 1/2. All right, let's do some die cutting. We are going to take this piece of acetate and our square or circle? No, yeah, our, what's this called? Semicircle? Yeah. And we are also going to cut this one out right here. So we'll cut both of those things out. And cut this acetate. Kind of put it in the middle so that you can use it. We're going to use this as a mask. All right, let's scooch this over and scooch that over. We don't need that. We don't need that. Let me see if I can get a better top. Come on. All right, I'm opening a new plate. Hopefully we will remember not to cut on it. There we go. One brand new plate, so hopefully these won't be yucky. All right, let's make sure that I didn't move this too much. All right, and we'll push this through. I'm using my Big Shot switch, which is a Big Shot Plus. So it has a wider opening, which I like. All right, here we go. Oops, I'm sorry. I don't know where I'm at. I gotta scooch over. I know that my heater is on. I apologize. It's gonna be a little bit noisy. So we have this, and then we have this. Let's get some lights on in here. That's why it's so dark. I was wondering why it was so dark. There we go. So we got this piece that we're going to use a mask. All right, since we're cutting, we're just gonna cut all together. All right, so this piece here, which has the curve, we're going to, oh, let's cut this one out first, because this is the little guy that we're going to use. And we're gonna just, I'm gonna use some tape, I think, to make it stay where it's at. Cute little snow globe. There we go. Run this through, and I guess what we'll do is we'll add some paste on top before we do anything else. That will give it a little bit more time to dry. So we're going to move everything out. Take this out. All right, we need to keep this because that little piece we will do. Oh, we are going to need the Snowflake Designer Series paper as well. Nope, Snowflake 3D embossing folder as well. All right, let's get this stuff out. All right, let me, let's get a piece of, well, this is my half, so we'll use that, I guess. Put that there. Use this as a mask to put it down. Then we have that. We're going to tape these together. Perfectly perfect here. We will tape this down. Right here. There we go. Now, I have this Liquitex acrylic medium. So it's a gel, you know what I mean? It's a paste, it's like embossing paste, except this is gloss, and that's what I want, the gloss. So gel, gloss gel, that's what we need. And this is going to, when it dries, make it glossy. Because we don't have any way to add, a shiny over it, so it looks like glass, a shiny piece over it. We could do that with acetate or whatever. We don't have the ability to do that because when you put glue on it, it's going to see through the acetate. We can't bend it around because it's a circle, it's not just a square, so it's, you know, hard to bend a piece of acetate around. And we can't put it on the back of the, you know what I mean? If we put it on the back of the card, and just, this would still not be glossy, only when it's closed. So I know that's a lot, but we're making this glossy for a reason. So I'm going to, this is a big container, so really we should make a lot of these. And I'm just going to put it on, and I'm going to try to do it pretty thin so that it dries quick. Whoops. And the thing that I didn't do, and I'm sorry that I didn't do it, I think we need to make this a little bit sturdier with a second piece of cardstock behind it. So, all right, I'm going to take this and I'm going to try to make this straight. I will put this tool in the, I will link it below. There we go. All right, so I think what happened was, let me grab some baby wipes. One that's open, if you don't mind. I think what happened is that this is streaking it. So let's see if we can do it a little bit better. Let's add some paste on here. And we just want to, we don't want to streak it. Trying to make this as non-streaky as possible. You can see there's little bumps here that doesn't have it, so we'll just add some more here. There we go. All right. And then when this is done, I am going to, when we are done with this medium, there we go, almost. Yeah, come on, right there. Just the tiniest bit that won't I guess we're gonna have to leave it. All right. Clean this up, clean this up. I'm going to put some press and seal in here to keep this moist, I hate that word, longer. So I'm going to take a good piece and really kind of push it down in there so there's no, what's the word I'm looking for? No air that gets in there. There we go. Looks all good and yummy. And we'll put this on top. That will keep this longer. I will clean this immediately and this immediately. So all right. I think we are going to yeah, there we go. And rinse this off so I can use it again, because I want to make a few more of these, and this entire page I want to make glossy. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so it's all cleaned. Put that over there. Clean all of this. Clean all of this. All right, let's put that there. Let's put that there. Have another piece here that we need. Okay, all right, this is clean. Okay, now I'm going to, you see there's, it's still milky, so it's not shiny. So we will leave this to dry. Let's put it someplace safe. We'll put it up here. All right, now let's do the rest of our card. I would like to use this little piece. This is a 4 3/4 piece of paper. I just am using it so that I can find the middle. All right, so here we go. I'm going to put this what should we do first? I guess we'll cut this first. So here's my 4 3/4 piece of paper, just fold it in half. I'm going to find the center of this paper. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I think I'm going to put it a little bit further down, maybe 1.5 inches down, making sure this is straight. I want this line to be straight and kind of in the middle. Doesn't have to be perfect, like I said, but kind of. Just helps me a little bit better to see where everything's at. Use some tape. Here we go, and we'll run this through the Big Shot again. Lots of die cutting on this one, and I need to find my nice plate. Oh heavens, I just took that plate out. It's clear, so it's hard to see. There we go. Use this nice plate on this one. Here we go. If you can get into the habit of only cutting on one plate, flipping it back and forth, up and down, flipping the base plate all around, and then using a clean plate, you will have nicer paper that won't get so damaged. The paper will look nicer. Okay, so there's that. We have this piece that we can add to the back of the designer series paper that we're making glossy, so hold on to that. Now we are going to, let's turn this. So I'm gonna find the middle here, like this. Find where it looks good. And we're going to put this back in exactly where it's at. making sure that it's perfectly straight. And we'll run this through. There we go. There we go. And so the reason that we are not making we don't have a full card base is because it would be difficult to put it into a regular size Big Shot or your Stampin' Box machine. So that's the reason that we are making a card base with 2 panels. So we'll just use some tear and tape and fold it over. So what I'm saying is this was easy to push through the Big Shot because it fit on there perfectly. If we had a size 10 by 7, it wouldn't fit on into a regular Big Shot. So that's why we cut that in half. Okay, now we're not done yet. Okay, we have these 2 pieces and the white. We're going to take the 3D snowflake embossing folder, and I am going to set it in just when it's straight. It really doesn't matter, but I do want it straight. And we'll flip this over again. That looks good. We're going to cover this part up, so don't worry how far it goes. You could always just put it down here if you want, decide where you want the bumps and stuff. So, there we go. I guess I will try to get the majority of the snowflakes. So maybe I want it here. Oops, I'm missing all the snowflakes there. Okay, that looks good. Get a few snowflakes on there. All right, and we're going to then put this through the embossing machine. You can also use a piece of Pool Party. That is the 12 by 12, that is white core. If you wanted a Pool Party background and sand off the top pieces so there's white with Pool Party, I will try to put this right here. I'll put a video that has that technique where you use the Pool Party. All right, so let's work on this because the other piece is still drying. We're going to take some basic white scraps, as long as they're longer than the 4 3/4. And the reason I want them longer is so that I can choose where I put the hill. Okay, so have a few pieces. You're going to tear it towards you. And you have that. That will go right here. Okay, you're going to tear. Now you can use this one if you choose to, if you don't want to waste. Let's do one more. Okay. I like that for the bottom because it is straight. And then, let's see, can we use this one too? Yep. All right, so we will just add these. Do I want one more down there? No, that's okay. Would like to leave about 1.5 inches for the sentiment. We'll do the sentiment right now. I like the sentiment, let it snow, even though I don't like it to snow. It's a cute sentiment from Snowy Wonder. And we will just add that with Happy Parade. And this has a little bit thicker snow. The snow has it's really thick. The font is block, and so we will use our mat. I want to get this straight, and I kind of want to put it over a little bit in case I want to not use this part right here. I don't know if I like that part. So again, I'm going to place it here. There we go, perfect. I'm gonna let it dry for a second because even though it's not juicy right now, I always get red all over. So I will take a few seconds to clean up my block and let that dry. Add this back here. Do we want to add anything to let it snow? We could add a candy cane. We could add some... No, I think just white with a little bit of red works. Poppy Parade. Okay, let's try that. All right. We know that we want that on the bottom, so let's find some good pieces here. Going to run it here right underneath. I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal Plus. Run the adhesive right under there, making sure that the tear is up. You see that? And I will then find a place that I like. There, I like that. I did put it over a little bit. You don't have to. You can bring it down. Let's see, oh, just we better bring it down a little bit. Do you see it has just a little bit? We might want to bring it down just a little bit. The reason that I put the adhesive on here is so that I can choose where I want this. So let's bring this down a little bit more. Right there. If I were to put it on this piece, then I'd have, you know what I mean? So it's easier to put it on the card base, the card panel itself. Now I'm going to go down here, going to add some more right here, adhesive, and then I will check this out. No, don't want that one. Let's see if we add this one. Don't want it to be too much of the same. There we go, that one looks nice. There. Let's see, does this fit it? One more. Oh, that's gonna be close right there. Oh, that one looks good. Okay, I like that one. All right, one more line here. Whoopsie. There we go. We want to add that right here. Whoops. Making sure that this piece right here does not go down below this line. So we want to make sure all the lines are covered up. And then I think this will fit perfectly right here. Yeah, see, if I were to need it over here, it wouldn't work. So let's just scooch it just a little bit more. There we go. Like that. Now I'm gonna add this. I decided not to do dimensionals on this one because I think it's fine just like that. If you go over this edge right here, don't worry about it. We're going to use a guillotine and clean this all up. So let's grab our guillotine. Don't need this anymore. And we will cut this off. Perfect. Cut any in the bottom that you need. And then cut this one off as well. Perfect. All right. So now we have a snowy scene. There we go. We have a snowman. We have a snowman in our glass globe. So let's cheat and use the Designer Series paper and cut out this guy right here that has a present. There we go. We can also, if you don't want to use the designer series paper, what's on the back of this one. Whoops, I got red. Told you anybody would. There we go. Let's clean this up. How did I know I'd get red on me? If you didn't want to use the designer series paper, of course, you have a penguin here that you can add, but I'd rather just take the penguin and, oh no, it will, it'll take off his little, this one won't work, so I'm gonna fussy cut. I don't normally fussy cut, but I'm going to fussy cut because I really want the one with the present. It's cute. I'm gonna try to make a little tiny bit of an edge, leaving not too much. Doesn't seem to be too bad here. Not too many angles. I'm not going to do anything with the feet, just make them round. Yeah, this isn't too bad. Alright, sorry you have to watch me fussy cut. You could, like I said, you could use whatever penguin you want. Or you could use you could make a snowman out here. Whatever you'd like to do. He's cute. And I'm going to place him right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my little... Now, if you have a full sheet, just bend them in half and they kind of pop out. I want this on the side here. Whoops. There we go. There we go, and one more. There we go. I think that should hold him where I want him. Right here, right on the edge. There we go. Yeah, now I kind of wish that he was behind. But that's okay. He's popped up, right? Really doesn't matter. It's cute. He's kind of like sitting there. Could put him a little bit farther up so he is there, kind of sitting there. All right, whoops, sorry. All right, so we got that, Do we want to add anything else? Let's see what's on here. Oh, we could add a tree or something right here. I think we'll leave it. Whoa! All right. Do I want to add this tree? This one. Let's see what it will look like. No, it's too short. All right, we won't do that. The house, the little thingies. No, we're good. We're good. Don't want to add that. Okay, so there is that. The front is done. Let's use some tear and tape. I ordered some thick tear and tape so I don't have to keep using the small one. And I like the small one because you use it for small things, but when you have a thick area, it's annoying to... So I did order some regular size, and it's kind of, you know, wonky. All right, we'll just press that down, and oops, maybe remove the release paper. And remove the release paper. All right, now, do we want to add some adhesive? Yes, probably. Just to give it some wiggle room. Just filled this up and I did leave the cap off. You really shouldn't leave the cap off overnight. It does work for a couple hours, but not 24. There we go. All right. Nope. Sit up there like I asked you to. Thank you. All right. So here's the back. We're just going to add it on there like that. There we go. And one card base. Now let's use, oh, I found my phone folder. We will, there we go. There we go. Add this on here. Let's add some adhesive around here. I have Stampin' Seal Plus, so I don't need it everywhere. And we will put it where it belongs. Now, can you see the line here that when we put it through the Stampin' Emboss machine or the Big Shot, that it left a line? That's where we had put the card base to begin with, so that it was perfectly set. So that kind of gives you a reference. So it was perfectly in the middle, you know. That gives you a reference of where your card was. All right, so we have a card base with a hole in it. All right, no big deal. Just went. There we go. Now, this is 4 3/4. This is 2 1/2. This is 2 1/2. This is where this goes. Right here. I'm going to stamp on it before I do. All right. I want you to kind of imagine where our circle is going to be. If you put this right here, where it's supposed to be. All right. Right there. Our circle is going to be right here. Okay. This right here is where we want the sentiment to go. And the sentiment that I chose was, it's the most wonderful time of the year. Just keeping my finger there. And I think I'm going to keep with Poppy Parade. I would like to bring a second color in, but don't think I'll bring it in there. I'm just keeping, like I said, I'm keeping my finger there. Going to use my glass mat to get it straight. And then I'll take my block, get that straight. It's a little bit easier that way to stamp. Where's my red? I just went black. Poppy Parade, where are you? Did I move you? What's this? Poppy Parade, hooray! Okay. All right, got a little bit of red on my thumb. Okay. So, want it right here. Really stamp it up. You should, make sure this is straight. You should use your mat, your Stampin' Piercing mat, but it worked well this time. The year is a little bit not perfect. Let's see if I clean up this Poppy Parade, if maybe I won't get red all over. Close this up and we'll clean this all over. And maybe I won't get so much red on me. All right. So it's the most wonderful time of the year. On this side, I think, so move this out. I think on this side I'm going to use Pool Party. And I will add these snowflakes around. There's 2. I think I might go for 3. Yeah, use our snowflakes. I'm only going to go on one side. I'll take this piece. Is this wet? Is it? Yeah, that's fine, okay. And I'm going to stamp randomly. You know how well I do with that one. I'm covering up this side, so it's only on the 2 1/4 here. All right, that It's 4. It never should be 4, but it is what it is. We'll use this one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Oops, again, not the right number. I just can't do the right number, apparently. Here. Here. Sorry I have to talk my way through it. But really, just doesn't look good unless I really spend some time on it. There we go. Alright. Probably need one more big one, but we'll deal with that. Alright, so let's clean this up. Let's clean this up. Clean this up. We're kind of wasting time here to get the piece that we embossed with gloss dry. There we go. What? Could I add a little? That's fine. We won't add anything. I kind of like to make my inside a little bit cutesy, but that's okay. Let's see how this one is doing. Still very wet, but glossy. Let me take this. Not sure how long it takes. I'm going to try not to bubble it. All right. And I'll do it from the back. Give it some heat to warm it up. If you have not an embossing gun, but a heat gun, that might be better because it doesn't get as hot, but I'm just going to dry it without making it bubble. So I don't really want to heat it too much, but I do like the tape that's on there because that's easier to maneuver, the tape. Let's see. I'm going to do it on this edge here. If this is still wet. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, it's just glossy. All right, perfect. Now, it doesn't appear. No. Look at that. That's great. It actually looks wet. All right. So we have these 3 pieces of the circle. All right. And I think I will go like this. And I'm going to add, that's the nicer side, all of it around here. Some in the middle. All right, let's see if I can add the bigger. This has a little bit bigger opening. Yeah, there we go. I want to make sure I get all of this. I'll add this here. Whoops. Making sure it's straight so we don't see any red. There we go. That's straight. Well, you can see a little bit red. That's not a problem. All right, and lots of glue all over so it doesn't buckle. And we'll add this one right here. All right. I guess it really doesn't matter if you attach the designer series paper to the cardstock to make it thicker before or after you put on the cream. The only thing is that when you use this mat, it will be thicker. The 2 pieces will be thicker, so it's going to be harder to put on the paste. So I would just put it on the designer series paper. It'll probably dry quicker too. And it dried. I mean, look at that. You can see the shine. Looks like glass, right? All right. So we put away one thing, and that was the edge. Wrong word. That was the designer series paper that had oh, help me. What did it have? It had the block at the end for the snow globe to stand, the snow globe stand. That's what it was. And I put it away. Just knew where I put it. All right, so we're going to make our own, unfortunately. But I would, if I were you, not make my own. I would use the designer series paper that I had put away. Use this. And we'll just use a piece of garden green or poppy parade. What should we use? We'll use garden green. I have some. If I were you, if I were using the designer series paper that I can't find in this menagerie of a mess, I would still put a piece of cardstock behind it. I'm going to find it as soon as I run this through the Big Shot. I'm going to use my mini emboss for this since it's so small. Yep, those were the plates that just fell. I wonder where that is. Okay, so I'm going to place my used plate down, and my new plate is going to be on top. We'll run that through. There we go. This is a really cute set. Oh, I found it. I told you I'd find it. All right, so we're going to, oh, it is red. Well, we made a garden green one, so I guess we'll see which one we like better. All right. Add this. It is important that you add the cardstock behind it because it just won't, the designer series paper is just too thin. It won't stand up. I like that it has a little bit of petal pink in it. Alright, there we go. This cuts, see, it leaves a little bit of red, so it really cuts to the edge. Not quite to the edge, but there's no lines there. Alright, let's set this one up. Let's set this one up. We will add this to this. Whoop. Maybe. Let's get this a little bit more to the edge, the adhesive. And we will line this up. I do like the added interest with the designer series paper rather than just a piece of green, garden green. And that's how it's going to sit. Isn't that cute? Okay. So we will attach this card base here, here, here. Here I'm attaching it on the 4 3/4 side. All right. Just add this like we normally would. You can even pop it to the side if that's easier for you. Put it down just like that. Okay. Now, here's the non-tricky part. We are going to close this, pop this in here. It's a little bit thicker, so we should probably pop it here. Move it around to where it belongs. Here, right? And then we will add our adhesive only on the right side. So right down the middle. Add our adhesive. I love this for little things, but sometimes I want a thicker stream. So maybe what I should do is just use the thicker one and only change it to the thinner one when I'm needing the thinner one, like letters. All right, so let's try this again. Going to just put this here in our hand like this, and plop it down. Whoops, I just moved it with my hand. Put it in there where it belongs and plop it down. There we go. Oh, it's a little bit off. Gotta make it straight. There we go. Now we gotta put it up a little bit. because this is not exactly a circle and it looks odd without being straight, kind of have to fiddle with it to make sure that it is straight. There we go. It looks good. Now, no adhesive here, but we want to make sure this is all down right there. Okay, let's give it a little bit of a crunch. We have the shine. Now we're going to add this part right under here, like that. Again, we're only going to go half. All right. Got lots of adhesive on here, just to make it perfect. And we'll pop that right there, only on the side. All right, now everything is covered, right? And then you open it, it's the most wonderful time of the year. Yes? I chose not to do anything on this side. I like it, keep it plain. You do you. Like that it sits right in the middle. Pops right in there. Now we can always add some good burnishing and it will fit nice. There we go. What do you think? Does it need anything else? Like the glass look. Let me know if you think that's an added touch that you would do. Like it? Oh, you know what? We could add the from my home to yours right here instead and add a little house with the heart. Oh, we could do so much with this card. I like the little scene, and we didn't really do much. I mean, we fussy cut this. This is a designer series paper. This is designer series paper. Put, you know, so easy. A few little stamps. Let me know what you think. I really appreciate you staying to the end and letting me know what you like. If you could like and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Let me put my host code up here. You know, host is not going to be around for very long, only through the end of this year. If you're going to purchase something, I could really use your help with that. Let me see if I can share my screen and tell you where it's at. All right, so if you are to use a host code, this is demonstrator code optional. It will be right in this area. So your shopping cart here, and then it would be in this area where you add a plus. Whoops. And that will enter your host code. And you can select me as your demonstrator, Amanda Bouchard. Whoops. And Clarkston, Michigan, that's me. And the host code, again, let me take that off. It is here. I would really appreciate you using that if you have any orders that are below $150 US. That would really help me out. Remember, the kits are 30% off. All right, I really appreciate it. Here's my card. Let me know what you think. Please comment down below. Thanks so much.